All right, welcome to the video. You asked for it, and here we are. My last video was called Easily Make Your Guitar Neck Fast, Smooth, and Comfortable. And I worked on improving the feel of the neck of my ESP RA3 here, and it worked wonderfully just using a Scotch-Brite pad, taping off some stuff. It worked beautifully. And towards the end of that video, I mentioned that I was gonna be trying it to my Jackson Andreas Kisser signature that has the painted neck, and I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, but I was gonna just try that on my own. And so many of you guys commented, can you do it to a painted neck? I'd love to see that video of you doing it to Jackson. So I hadn't even planned to make a video about it, but I'm going to now. I love that there are so many comments and so much interest in this. It's incredible. I can't believe that this video about improving the feel of your neck has done so well. Right now, a couple days after release, it's already got over like 20,000 views. Sometimes you make a video and you put a ton of time and effort into it, tons of planning, you know it's packed with value and you think it's gonna do great, and it bombs. And then other times, just kind of make an off the cuff video like I did with this one, where I just thought, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna strip down this neck and see what happens. And there's so much interest in it. It's mind-boggling, honestly, but I'm stoked, of course. I love talking about this stuff. I love guitar maintenance. I love going through this stuff and just experimenting and figuring stuff out, teaching everything that I can, all the community interaction, all that kind of stuff. So again, here we are, we got the Jackson. It's got a painted neck, and it's a question I'm curious about too. What's gonna happen if I try to strip this down with a Scotch-Brite pad with this painted glossy neck? I have no idea, and that's kind of what's exciting about this. I'm just going into it blind. We're gonna figure it out together. Well, you're gonna have to take my word for it, but I promise to be honest. After it's done, I will say whether I thought it was an improvement or not. But right now, yeah, it just feels like a painted neck, you know, like there's lots of friction. Where these guys right now, so smooth, so beautiful. I love it. Oh man, this RA3 hasn't felt like this in so many years. So, not blowing smoke there, but here we are. Let's get this guy going here. So I got to tape it off. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about this here. Everybody's, you know, neck connects to the body in a different way. So unless you have this exact guitar, but this is kind of a unique one. I'm going to have to be creative in there in some way. I have my typical sticker there saying what strings are on there, the tuning, and the date. So let's go ahead and move that for now. Just gonna pop that. Yeah, I'll just put it right here for right now. We'll put that back later and check this out. Signed by Andreas himself. Very cool. Last time they rolled through Cleveland, we hung out after the show. I had it in my car just in case. It worked out. Love Andreas. Love Sepultura. All right, so very first thing, I'm just gonna tape kind of just a straight line across the top here. You know what? I'm gonna do the edges of the fretboard first. Watch that first video if you haven't seen it yet. If you happen to click on this one, you're wondering what's going on, watch that first video. I'll have it linked for you. If I haven't linked it already, but it'll definitely be in the end screen. It'll be linked in the description below, all that kind of stuff, where I go through what I'm about to do right now. And I describe every part of this process. If you want to know more, because you're going to want to do this if it works, I promise. Because why wouldn't you? Want to make your shit feel great, you know? So I'm just lining this up along my fretboard there so it doesn't get damaged at all. Okay. Other side. Okay, that's That's good. Now we'll do this. Like I was saying, I think I'm just gonna go straight across, something like that. Need a little touch up. It kind of curves up there. Okay. Yep. And you don't have to be so super scientific about this. I am anal by nature, so I want it to be tight, but like really in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how perfect you have to be with all this. So it's your guitar, right? So just spend the time and do it right. So I thought maybe if I got some thicker tape here, I think what I'm kind of do is just try to meet in the middle here and make one of those. I still don't know. No one chimed in whether it's a necktie or a bow tie or a tuxedo. There's some name that they have for this. How they mask that off there for the pain of the body. It's like an ESP thing. I think it's an ESP thing. Do the Jacksons have that? Might just be an ESP thing. But I'm gonna try to do something like that, I think. So I'm just gonna kind of look for my center point, which I think is about in the middle of there, so. Just kind of winging it here. Let's see what happens. Just want to kind of meet in the middle there. All right. Yeah. I don't know if I like that, but we'll see when I put the other side on what we're working with. All right. So that looks kind of ugly in terms of the tape, but at least my lines are straight there. It's going to be fine, especially for the sake of the example. And you can always go back and do more with this stuff. Like I was saying in the last video, if you don't think you went enough, you know, spend a couple minutes trying to knock this down and it wasn't enough, you just do it again. So, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't matter. You know, it just has to be. That's actually pretty good for when my hand's gonna go up there. And it's the back of the guitar. No one sees it anyways. It's good enough. I'm typically not a good enough guy, but you know, don't want to take up too much of your time here. All right, we're looking good in terms of the tape. Here we go. Normal Scotch-Brite pad. Save you the trouble if you didn't watch that other video. Just got these at my grocery store. Regular Scotch-Brite pad. Here in Europe, they don't have those, but it's just use whatever, you know, you'd use at the kitchen sink, you know, like get it a little bit wet. Again, don't know how necessary this is to get it wet, but we're doing it. Okay, and here goes. I'm just gonna use even pressure. I'm just gonna knock it out. Kind of just exactly how I did the other one. I'm gonna start like that. A lot of guys ask too. So I've said in many of my videos, but I'm sure that sticky neck one that I put out a couple days ago was a lot of people's first time watching my channel. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. Hope you'll subscribe. But I mentioned in that video that one of my favorite parts of this entire setup process, I'm talking about when you're setting up, you know, your restringing, doing your Floyd, getting your intonation right, all that kind of stuff. One of my favorite parts is polishing the neck because it gets it nice and smooth again. And so I did that after this process that I'm doing right now, like I would normally think to do. And a lot of guys chimed in saying, is that necessary or does that defeat the purpose of what you're doing? If you just put polish back on there, doesn't it re-gloss it up? My answer is, I don't know. You know, it felt better after I put polish on it. You know, it felt great. And then it felt exceptional once I polished it. So maybe the polish keeps continually building up and you have to do this process again, I don't know, once a year or something like that. You know, so that's fine with me, but I like the feel of polish on my necks. So I'm going to do that again after this. All right, so I think I've kind of went a little maybe more than I did on the natural satin neck before, but I'm trying to just make sure something happens here. You can really see a lot of something happening. Look at all that. It was like white stuff. You know, it's almost like soap. It doesn't feel like that or anything. It's just kind of what's happening. So maybe that's the lacquer, the gloss coming off. So I'd say, what was that in total? 1 minute's worth of scrubbing, 90 seconds worth, don't know. Something like that. Just gonna start like that. A couple Kleenexes or a paper towel. Let's knock all this down. I could tell immediately that it looks less glossy. It looks kind of like a matte finish. Don't know what to make of that yet. It honestly doesn't feel that much smoother, but now I'm going to polish it. It definitely looks different. You can see that? There's no gloss. It looks matte, doesn't it? And now that it's dry, oh dude, yes! As soon as the water dried up there, oh my God, it worked. And it's only gonna get better right now, in my personal opinion. Again, the Nomad 1, killer polish, loving it. Here we go. I'm gonna do this. Look, it like glosses it right back up, so it looks like. But that actual clear coat or gloss that was on there, I'm assuming is gone now. And that's probably what the difference is. I could tell it looks different. It looks matte. All right, holy crap, yes. Oh my God, it worked. Solved, guys, or question answered, I should say. It worked. Let's get this tape off here, give it a little more polish, and we're definitely gonna be able to see the difference. Look at that, oh my goodness. I'll show it up close here in a second. You could definitely see my line there. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ? All right, man, look at that difference. See that? There's where my line was. You can see it right here too. You can see how I made that like V, you know, the bow tie or whatever. I can tell where I didn't quite scrub as much as in other areas, but that's okay. Holy smokes. Again, too much stuff here on the table. But it slides along there like a freshly polished car. It feels great. Holy shit, it worked. Great Scott. Damn, dude. So, question answered. All the guys that asked, can you do this to a painted neck? In Rob Arnold's humble opinion, yes, you can. And I'm going to do this to all my other painted necks. It worked perfectly. Again, you can see those lines there very clearly of where I did it. But when you're holding the guitar, you can't see it, doesn't matter. It still looks fantastic, right? It worked. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It's quick, easy, free. Just lets YouTube know that you want to see more of my videos and they may suggest them to you in your feed. That's it. And it helps me in the channel. If you liked the video, if you found some value in it, give it a thumbs up. Consider checking out my Patreon campaign, my guitar instructional DVD, which will help you learn songwriting, riffing, soloing, all that good stuff. Arranging, comes with 10 free guitar picks, free worldwide shipping, only 25 bucks, autographed, some cool extras in there. My Patreon community, Cool community vibes. Everybody's just talking guitars, music all the time. Monthly giveaways with awesome Chimera memorabilia and other cool memorabilia, stuff like that. Plus over 100 high quality guitar tabs for you to check out and backing tracks to jam along with. Just rad stuff. So check that out, patreon.com/RobArnoldWorld. Again, appreciate everybody watching, and shoot, thanks for digging this kind of stuff. And I'll definitely do more. See you on the next one.